Well, welcome to our public meeting for the Stewart River and Silver Creek Bridges. My name is Margie Nelson, and I'm the Public Affairs Coordinator for MnDOT. And we are recording this presentation so that people can view it at a later time. And I'm going to turn it over to Tom Lamb, who's our project manager.
Thank you, Margie. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Construction is starting in a few weeks, and we wanted to inform the public of the following. Summary of the project, kind of a general overview, the construction schedule, and traffic impacts during construction. The Stewart River project is located adjacent to Stewart River and Betty's Pies, and shown here in blue. And the Silver Creek project's up just south of the Silver Cliff Tunnel, also at Silver Creek. The Stewart River project includes a new bridge just inland of the historic bridge, repair of the historic bridge, some highway reconstruction on either side of the bridges to meet up with the bridges, some dedicated turn lanes, pedestrian walks, and wider shoulders. This view is just a blow up of the Stewart River area, and one thing to note here is we will have a pedestrian crossing from Betty's Pies across Highway 61 and then across the historic bridge, a protected pedestrian crossing to Kelsey Beach. At Silver Creek, we're replacing a old box culvert, and we will have a new single span bridge that'll be inland of the existing box culvert crossing, and therefore the road is being pushed inland a little bit also. And that's the realignment of the highway. With the bridge comes some stream restoration, and over the bridge will be a DNR trail. It's going to be part of the Gitchigami Trail. And we're also extending this frontage road, which is known as Silver Cliff Road, to Loop Road. And here is kind of a blow up of that area, showing in pink the Gitchigami Trail section, which then you would follow the frontage road to the Silver Cliff Trail, which is part of the Gitchigami Trail. I'd like to turn it over to Sam Anderson, our construction project engineer. Go ahead, Sam.
Thanks, Tom. Good evening, everyone. My name's Sam Anderson, and I will be the construction project engineer for the job. Today, I just wanted to talk and give a high-level overview of our construction and traffic impacts, excuse me, that you'll see over the next couple years as part of the job. So, as Tom mentioned, construction is going to start here in a couple weeks. This construction will be up at Silver Creek going through November, but then the main chunk of construction will be May through October of 2022 and 2023. So we'll start at Stewart River. On the left-hand side, you can see a map. This is showing our stage 1, which will be starting in May of 22. During stage 1, we're going to be building the new bridge at the Stewart River. Traffic's going to be maintained on the existing Highway 61 alignment. You can see that in blue on the map. The orange is going to be our work zone, where we'll be building the bridge, like I mentioned. We'll be doing pavement construction and also a reconstruction of the Highway 3 intersection. For the majority of the project, you'll be able to access Highway 3, but there will be a 1-week closure in 22 to accommodate that reconstruction. At that point, there'll be a signed detour to accommodate that. So then moving over to the right-hand side of the screen here, this is demonstrating our stage 2 construction, which will be occurring in 2023. At that point, we'll be moving traffic over to the newly constructed bridge. You can see that's in blue again. And then the red area becomes our work zone, and we'll be doing the rehab of the historic existing bridge, and then also pavement construction. So then towards the end of 2023, that's when we'll be tying everything together and wrapping up at Stewart River. Moving up to Silver Creek, this is where we'll be starting this fall with construction, and I have a couple slides after this to look a little bit more in detail on what's going to happen this fall. But essentially, we'll be starting to construct a temporary bypass this fall that we will be putting Highway 61 traffic on. This is going to allow us to maintain two-way traffic while we construct the bridge in 2022 season. Also during 2022, we'll be having pavement construction, and access to and from Highway 61 to Loop Road is going to be closed during that season. And then moving on to stage 2 in 2023, it will be similar to Stewart River. We're going to put traffic onto the newly constructed bridge, and we'll be performing construction in the orange area again. And this will be pavement demolition, some cleanup and grading work, and then the realignment of the Silver Cliff Road. You can go to the next slide, Tom. So what to expect out there this fall. So starting September 13th, we'll be pushing traffic over on the existing Highway 61 alignment. You can see in the green area. The red area is going to be where our construction contractor is going to be working to construct the temporary bypass that I mentioned. Also going on this fall will be some tree clearing at the Silver Creek area. You can go to the next slide, Tom. So once the bypass is ready to put traffic on, we'll be switching them over. You can see the green pushed over onto the bypass, and then the red area becomes our area to work, and the construction contractor will be doing grading work and constructing a temporary surcharge for the future bridge. And that's going to wrap up construction for this fall. That's expected to be in November sometime. Next slide. So just to summarize what traffic impacts people are going to see on 61. So for the majority of the job, we'll be maintaining two-way traffic in both directions. There will be some times of flagging and lane closures. Those will be limited. There are a number of businesses and residential properties throughout both projects. We'll be maintaining access to all of those. The contractor is required to notify businesses and homeowners prior to work in front of their entrances. Stewart River, kind of some notes. Like I mentioned, Highway 3 intersection is going to be open for the majority of the project, except for the 1-week closure during 2023 or 2022, excuse me. And there will be a signed detour for that. And then wanted to mention that the Kelsey Beach parking lot, which is located right across from Betty's Pies, that will be closed during the project. Silver Creek, I mentioned this previously as well, but access to Loop Road from Highway 61 will be closed during next season's construction. Access to Silver Cliff Road during 2023 while we do the realignment. The access to all the homes down there will be maintained throughout the project. So that's all I had as kind of a summary. I'll hand it back to you, Tom.
All right. Thanks, Sam. So for further information on the project, you're welcome to contact me, Tom Lamb. My email and phone number is on the screen there, and this will be available. This meeting will be recorded and available on our project website. And you can also contact Margie for any questions. At this time, does anybody have any questions that may be on the line?
And you can either use the chat or unmute yourself with questions. Anyone have any questions? If you think of something later, you can definitely reach out to any of the three of us and we'll be able to get you some answers. Yes.
Yes, thanks, Margie. Well, I want to thank everybody who's listening to this, and again, reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.